The May primary will be here before we know it, but that can't happen until Pennsylvania's congressional map is redrawn. With a key deadline less than a week away, there's little sign of consensus on a map. Dennis Owens explains why everyone at the Capitol does seem to agree on one thing.
The Senate is now moving this congressional map that passed the House, not acceptable to the governor who has to sign off on it, and last weekend gave examples of what he calls fair maps that he would accept.
Well, it was nice of the governor to finally engage. You know, it's late January, and he finally showed that he's actually interested in this process.
Corman says time is tight, but it is possible to pass an acceptable map by the Monday deadline the courts have imposed.
The fact he sent us a map, at least that's a start. We will spend this week hopefully negotiating with the governor and hope to get to some middle ground.
But the governor has said it's not his role to negotiate a map. It's lawmakers' job to produce a fair one that passes muster.
I'm here 24 years. It's one of the most egregious things I've seen for the governor to simply say, I'm not going to take part in the process.
Senate Republicans are said to be collaborating with Senate Democrats on a map as we speak. Is that happening?
This is, again, the age-old question. Are we actually talking?
Democrat Maria Collette says Wolf is right to demand a map that fairly represents the state's diversity.
That we're supporting equity in our congressional caucus, and so that's going to be some of the push and pull when we look at the different maps that are going to be available to us for voting.
But Republican, Democrat, and Independent agree on one thing. Despite 11th-hour talks in the legislature, the map is likely to be decided in the courts.
I think extremely likely.
I do think this is going to end up in the courts. I'm not sure I see any way around it.
We're up against the clock and trying to meet that deadline. I suspect, like the last time around, we're going to see this go to the courts where the Democrats have an advantage and partisan politics will play out.
Redistricting doesn't sneak up on anybody. It comes every 10 years. But like budgets in this building, it just doesn't seem to get done until the last minute. In Harrisburg, Dennis Owens, ABC 27 News.